Y'all, we're running out to take care of some errands, and that's what we're gonna do. My dad just sent me a prayer. Oh, thank you, Dad. So, yes, we're gonna start our day. And y'all, I was about to just, oh, I need a nap real quick. And then I thought about it. I said, no, we're gonna get up and get these errands going. So, I'm just gonna do some really quick makeup, y'all. And this is just a reminder too. Sometimes that spirit of lay down can get on you. And y'all know in our life there's a lot that we can be doing, should be doing, need to do, all the above. So it's about finding that motivation and getting it done. So me starting my morning already out with my shower. I'm already halfway there. So I just need to do a little bit of makeup and I'm on my way to run my errands for the day. I've already did my skincare as well. So remember, I'm just doing a little moisturizer to my skin. I love this moisturizer by La Roche Posay because it makes my skin just look so moisturized. And y'all know I'm a woman that need to lock in that moisture. So errands today, I do have leftover dinner from last night. So y'all know what that means. That means my children will be eating leftovers. But I did take out some chicken breasts as well because I'll probably do some chicken Alfredo for them tomorrow. So I'll probably season tonight and be ready to cook in the morning. And then I may take out some of those chicken breasts and make them some honey butter chicken biscuits in the morning for school too. So remember, mom's all about planning, and then getting our water in because I definitely can tell that I need to be drinking some more water. So of course I got my Stanley cup, 40 ounce. Woo! Y'all, that water be like glacier water in the Stanleys, okay? So for the ones that are not Stanley people, I'm gonna just let y'all in on why. Like, it legit keep your water cold. I think shared the story before I went into Six Flags with the kids. And of course I'm not gonna carry the Stanley Cup around the park. But by the time I got back to the park, I mean back to the car after being at the park for hours, my water was ice cold. The ice was still there. And then two, I think before the Stanley, I was never a woman to really just carry a water jug or water container around with me. So I just was not hydrating as much as I should. So after purchasing my Stanley, I found myself being like keys, purse, cup, sunglasses. So I'm definitely hydrating way more than I used to. So we're gonna run out and do errands today. There's some multiple stops I need to make. So y'all know I am doing a week vlog, and this is the first week doing the week vlog. So y'all make sure y'all check that out on Saturday. I'm hoping I'll be able to drop it on Saturday. Just letting y'all see the more of my life. Remember, it's Life with Tan, y'all, and I appreciate y'all being here with me. And if y'all haven't subscribed, make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. Show your girls some love. So starting with my Pore Professional, like I said, I'm literally doing quick makeup because I got back on the bed. I was like, man, my body's tired. I got up super early this morning. And I was like, you know what? No, get on up, start your day. So I'm telling y'all, if there's something that y'all need to do, get on up and do it. Remember, the only way it's going to get done is if you do it. So go ahead and make it happen. Push through. And that's what I did this morning, was definitely a push through. Stopping by your 10 to like the live. Oh, thank you. Have a good day. Y'all, I'm telling you, there's no platform, and I do mean no platform, that beat the love and the community that we are building here on YouTube. And y'all, let me just have a come to heart moment with y'all as well, because I can do that, right, with my internet family on YouTube. I literally think I'm just going to go towards YouTube full time. I feel like I focus a lot of my energy creating content for all of my platforms. But y'all, I really feel like I just need to focus more on YouTube. I mean, I love it here. I think y'all are so supportive. And you talking about committed. As much as I show up every day with the content, baby, y'all are showing up every day to watch it. Like it, share it, comment, and the love. It keep creators going. Y'all don't understand. You can spend an hour of gathering content, another hour and a half editing that content, and get no love on that video or whatever it is that you're making. Y'all know I love to put the foundation one pump on the back of my hand. And that is sometimes, as a creator, I've been there. In the early stages, I've definitely been there. But something is just leading me to be on YouTube more than any other platform. You know, and y'all remember, when you hear the words, you just gotta obey the word after that. And remember, I'm gonna cover my lashes. Remember, you spray your setting spray before, during, and after. There's Tan's method. But it's calling me just to be more, like I said, y'all see, if y'all been following me, which y'all should. If y'all haven't, make sure y'all subscribe. But I've been telling y'all, I'm coming on live a lot more just on the channel. There's so much more to share in this life. It's just, I'm telling you, it's feeling like home over here. So learning to obey what you're feeling, the things that is leading you and pulling you. Sometimes, remember I told y'all, let it happen. We spend so much energy going against the grain and doing what we know don't feel right. But when things feel right, we give it the most resistance. Why don't we like this? You know, but I also posted that too. Like, it's hard sometimes to rewire your brain after trauma, pain, life pivot moments. Sometimes you be like, no, this can't be real. I don't want to. That last move was such a wrong move. I'm scared to make another move. But maybe that next move may be the one. You know, so don't resist change. Don't be so afraid of change. Don't be so afraid of the unknown. If anything, we already know it don't work. So why not try something different? Do something different. With that being said, like, y'all, my energy is going on over here. So my people that follow me onto YouTube, is meant for them to follow me here. Hold on one second, y'all. I need to get something to wipe the excess makeup off. But the ones that follow me over just meant to be here. And remember too, not everything is going to follow you where you go, and that's meant to. Not everybody is meant to go where you're going. Not every person, place, thing, it's not meant for your path. Things may serve a season, and then after that season, they need to go on. You know, remember I say God will give you what you need and he take what you don't. And if you're not ready for the taking, now that's real too. You're like, I ain't ready for that change. I wasn't ready for that. And then it happened anyway, and you see that you survived it, you still made it. You're like, it wasn't that bad after all. So that message is on me to share. It's just like, go with the flow. Let it happen. Stop resisting or delaying. A lot of times we just be delaying the inevitable, thinking that we're changing. Like, oh, it's not. I don't want that to happen, so it's not going to happen. Oh, it's going to happen. Remember, if God don't want it for you, baby, it will not be for you. So we got to just say, you know what, Lord, okay, that was the season. If that season's over, I'm welcoming the next. Welcoming the next, and I'm ready for whatever comes my way in that season. So y'all know that's how I move and I operate. You know, just under it's happening for me and not to me type of mentality. It's happening for your good. Everything is happening for you. Because if you start thinking at it from a negative standpoint, do you really think you were put here to suffer? To have a bad experience, to not succeed, to not thrive? Why you? Out of all people, why you? Why you can't succeed and other people can? And that's because we can. We can do whatever they can do, we can do it, and we can probably do it even better. I remember when I was working, my first fast food, no, it was my second fast food job. I remember I used to work at Crystals when I was in high school. Crystals, and then next door was a KFC Taco Bell. So I left Crystals and went to Taco Bell, KFC, because I was making a little bit more money there. And remember, whatever job I have, I'm gonna make the best of it. So I didn't have no horror stories. I'm just like, let's move from a couple cents to a few more cents. Y'all know back then the pay was, I think, how much was I making back then? I was probably making like $6 and something an hour. You know, back in those days. I'm feeling old when I say that, but I'm not old. The devil is a lie. But I remember working at new fast food job, and I just remember being like, I'm gonna go over there, and I was loving it so much. Me, I've always been the type to catch on. I'm gonna catch on, and I'm going to take off after I catch on, and that just means I don't need no supervision. I'm gonna do the best that I can do. You know, and I just remember literally y'all working, being on the, I think it was a drive-through line or the front counter line. And I just remember being like, man, I could be a manager over here. All I need is the knowledge. And then I remember at the same job making the same kind of statement saying, man, I can be a nurse. I know I can. I just need the knowledge. And that's when I was working towards my prerequisites to get into the nursing program. I was like, I know I can do it. I just need to know what I need to know, but I'm capable of learning. I'm capable of being a good employee wherever I am in whatever field. And y'all, I really was the manager. I became a shift supervisor for that restaurant. I was opening and closing and standing on business, but I said it out of my mouth. I was like, I can do this. And yes, I could do it. So sometimes you gotta, and you can see it early on too. Those people that are just called to lead, called to be that person, y'all, a lot of times you've always been that way. And I remember my good friend, she was just like, Tam, how do you do it? How are you not, afraid to get in front of people and talk? Or how are you not, scared of things that are new? And to be honest, y'all, I don't know if this is the short woman complex or what, but I've just always been bigger than life. I've always been bigger than my fear. I've never let fear stop me. So I think that's what a lot of people do, is they let fear actually paralyze them. So like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do it. I can't do it. I'm not gonna do anything. Me, I'm like, oh, I want to do that. What do I need to do to be able to do it? So I am Miss. Remember, we Google everything else and be scared, all kinds of stuff, right? So Google and start your research on what it takes to get what you need to get so you can be who you need to be in whatever season, whatever job, whatever position, whatever it is. The only difference between you and them may be the time or the experience. But hey, we know now too, places are so in need of good people that it's no longer just your experience. If you're a person that's willing to work and you show them that you're willing to learn. I've always been a lifelong learner. I've always wanted to know more, do more, be more, see more. And that just keeps fueling my desire to push forward in everything that I do. From momming, I'd be like, man, I don't want to just go, oh, I'm having kids. They here, they fed, they all right. I'm like, man, how can I make their childhood experience the best that I can make it? How can I be intentional about creating their memories? It's almost like magic. Moms, if what's the next holiday? Valentine's Day. I normally do a surprise basket for my kids because I stay up and put all their little favorite things in it. And that's because I got good kids too. You know what I'm saying? So I have no problem. They listen, they try, they're good. Remember, I ain't saying nothing about no perfect kids. Now, remember, we're teaching them the way to go and just hoping that they continue to follow. But, I have no problem. I feel like I'm about to sneeze, y'all. Yeah. Excuse me. But I have no problem going the extra mile for my children because they deserve it. I have some good kids and I thank God for them, and I thank God for putting the mom forward, mentality in my heart and in my brain to be like, mom on, you can do it. What do you want to show them? I want to experience much of this life with them as I can while I am here. Y'all, that'd be my goal. And I remember my grandmother, rest her soul, she just used to be like, I asked God to just keep me here long enough to see you, and I have a younger cousin, be able to take care of y'all self so I don't have to worry about y'all. And now as a mom myself, she used to say that. I remember her always saying that, but I remember it, you know, especially when I was like in high school and things like that. I was getting ready to go off to college. She just used to pray for being present to continue to guide us and to that point that we can kind of walk it ourselves. And now being a mom, I totally get it, y'all, because no one, when y'all hear me saying nobody gonna love on your kids like you, it's the truth. Like, I was watching a video and there was a pit bull attack at a playground, and the kids were literally on top of the slides, you know, afraid. And remember, the dog literally climbed up the slides too, was literally grabbing on the little boy's leg, but he was trying to hold on so that he wouldn't hit the ground and be down there with the dog. And there were adults at the playground, y'all. And the adults were just like throwing stuff at the pit bull or whatever. But y'all, I just can't wrap my mind around it, because I'd be like, man, none of those kids, them was not their parents. Because one thing I know for sure is, as a mom, baby, if it's a burning building, if it is a pit bull dog attack, if it is a monkey attack, I don't care what kind of attack, mommy is running head first, flying forward to save my kids. So I just don't even understand the parents that were there. You know, I'm not here to judge nobody, but I just know me as a person, that pit bull, I would have been up there trying to get him off of that child. Like, that mothering instinct to protect, you don't even think about yourself. You think about protecting your child at all times. So y'all, when I saw that pit bull and them people like throwing little stuff at the dog, I was like, ain't no way. And not saying that I would have grabbed something, but at least try to grab the dog legs and where he can't attack somebody. I don't know, but I would be willing to try, is what I'm saying. I would be willing to do something. When it comes to kids, y'all, I've always had a soft spot for kids, elderly. I just love people in general. But y'all know that mom mode, that fight or flight, baby, it kicks in. And I have so many stories, y'all, where my kids, it kicked in. Like, I remember being on vacation. This was probably, oh my gosh, I want to say we were in like Panama or something at a resort. And I just had Tiana and Leah at the time. And Tiana was like, Mom, can we go to the kids' hot tub? So, of course, I'm like, yes. I'm like, okay, let's get out of this pool and let's go to the kids' hot tub. So, of course, I'm walking behind her. She's super hyper and ready for the hot tub. She runs when she sees the hot tub and she jumps in, cannonball, whoosh, into the water. My baby did not come back to the top. So, I was like, what kind of kids' hot tub is this? But before I knew it, my baby went in, and it wasn't jumpy and bounce up. So next thing I know, here I go, flipping off my shoes, running towards my baby, jump into the water, all on the little kids and everything. But I was like, I cannot let my baby go out like this. Like, what? That's my mothering instinct. Like, I gotta save mine. So that mother instinct will have you not think about yourself. It's a very selfless instinct. Your thing be just to save your kids, whatever the moment, whatever you need to make sure your kids are good, moms. That natural instinct kick in. And that's just one instinct. But I was just like, and y'all, I can't even swim, but granted, of course, I could stand up in this water. But that's a fear too. Why I had to get my children swim lessons, because I was thinking about putting a pool in my backyard. Literally started getting the land survey, all the stuff, to talk to the contractor. And then I came across a story. Y'all know every time it warm up, you start getting the news of the horrible drownings. And a new family moved into a home. A family moved into a new home that had a pool in the backyard. The child went into the pool, was drowning. The mother went into the pool. I have chills while I'm saying this, y'all. The mother went into the pool. She was drowning. Her father jumped into the pool because she and the child was drowning. All three of them lost their lives. When I saw that video, I was like, balled up those plans for that pool and did 2 years of swim lessons for my children. So thankfully and luckily now I can say that my children are water safe. They can swim. But y'all know that mother instinct can kick in, and y'all, you don't think that you can't swim. You're just going to jump in to save your child. But really, remember, you don't even have the tools or the skills to save them at that point. But you're just going to, by instinct, want to be with your child. So y'all, make sure y'all watching y'all kids around water. especially if you're a mom that can't swim. So if you can, I'm saying if you have the finances to do so, swim lessons are so good for the kids. It's like a survival skill, it's a safety skill. But even with my children knowing how to swim, I am not sending my kids with nobody around water if I'm not there. So if somebody's saying, Tam, take them to white water, my answer is no. Tam, take them to the beach. My answer is no, unless I'm going to be there. Because again, I believe that nobody is going to watch your kids like you, and nobody know your kids like you. Good morning, y'all. So with that being said, I know with my kids, I don't care if they playing in the shallow, if they start doing their little way to edge to the deep, I can tell when my child is up to something. Other people are just not as aware of your children. So I don't play about water and fun and all. It's all fun and games until it's not fun and games anymore. So I don't play like that around about my kids. If I'm not there, they ain't going. Not around stuff that could be dangerous, y'all. And that's just the mom and me. And like I said, so far so good. It's working out. So y'all don't ever feel like you being too overprotective or overbearing. One thing I love that my grandma taught me is, baby, don't feel shame about doing what's best for yours at no point. I remember when I had my first daughter, I was doing that whole like, nobody gonna hold my daughter. My daughter ain't sitting on nobody's lap. I don't care what nobody feel or say about it. Like, nobody watch her kids. It's not that. And I don't have to explain. My grandma said, you ain't got to explain to nobody about why you do what you do that's doing best for your kids. That's you. So, mom, stand on it. Do what's best for your kids. So, if you say they can't swim, I can't swim, and I don't want them around water without me, that's what it's going to be. You'll see them at the next family gathering, barbecue, pool party, whatever it is. But no. Pool parties, I'm leery of that. Y'all know sleepovers is a whole nother subject too. But I grew up with a grandmother that just didn't believe in all that, y'all. She'd be like, I'm the only one that's I'm gonna love you the most. I'm always watching out for you. And when you're out of my sight, I don't know what's going on. So until, I can make sure and guarantee your safety, y'all ain't going. So it was a lot of places we didn't go. And I wasn't missing out on anything because there was still a grandmother who made a house a home. So I didn't mind being at home. And I remember my Aunt Pam, she always be like, some moms are, and don't get me wrong, all moms are different, right? And the reason we are how we are and the way we look at things, is different. But I remember my aunt always saying, I never wanted to send my kids off. She like, some parents, of course, like, oh, thank God, someone's going to keep them. I get a break. They get out of here. I love my kids being home. I have no problem with my kids being home. I don't feel like they're in no way. I don't feel like none of that. I actually have a peace of mind when my children are home versus somewhere else. Because remember, in today's world, y'all, stuff is wild. Man, I feel like I'm turning into my grandma the more I say this stuff, though. Because my grandma used to be like, watch the news, and she get all paranoid and be passing the anxiety off on other people. But she just wanted to make sure you were safe. But she just used to be like, Tan, I don't see how people keep having kids in this world in today's time. And now I'm up here like, things are getting a little bit more and more wilder by the day. But, moms, we just got to know what we're dealing with. And we got to remember, you don't get scared, you get safe. You make sure your kids are safe. You do what you need to do to protect yourself, your children, and make sure that you're making good decisions to make sure that they're in safe situations too. So, like I said, if you don't know them people, you don't know who in that house, you don't know their siblings, you don't know their neighbors, you don't know the other friends that's coming over. So, because them too many unknowns, it's a no for me. It'd be a no for me. Because one thing, our children are our responsibility. And in the blink of an eye, things can happen. And granted, we can't control all things. But to live with the guilt of, I could have did more research. I should have did more. I shouldn't have let them go. Like, y'all know, if y'all follow me, I always be like, I cannot live with that shoulda, coulda, woulda. And you don't have to live with shoulda, coulda, woulda. Find that information out. Call them kids on FaceTime. Check those children's phone. Put those limitations on that phone. Have access to their social media if you're going to allow your children to use social media. Y'all know social media for us, we be like, ooh, this is a wild place. Imagine children. So, and be okay too with not letting your kids have social media until a certain age. You know, don't you ain't gotta keep up with what everybody else doing. What did it for me? I'm on TikTok. Yes, I'm slowly loving finding a like for TikTok. But what did it for me before all the court litigation with taking the app? It was the founder of TikTok talking about it, and someone asked him, was like, "Well, do your children have TikTok?" He said no. I was like, "Hold up, wait a minute." So you own TikTok, you own the platform that all of people's children are on here in this country, and all everybody, and you don't think that it's safe for your kids, but it's okay for somebody else's kids. And he went back to say, no, my children aren't old enough. And granted, I want to say that he said his kids were like somewhere around like 8 or something like that. But we still know that kids here are on TikTok, Instagram, and everything else even before the age of 8, okay? But just imagine that. It's not good for his kids, but it's okay for ours. So with that being said, no, my children don't have a TikTok. With that being said, I monitor my children's social media. And to me, there's no reason for our children to have a Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and whatever else is out there. For what? If anything, I allow my children to be on one social media site of their choice, and I have access to that. But no. TikTok, he rubbed me the wrong way when I was looking at that. I'm like, okay, there is some age limits and stuff like that, but it made me think, though, moms, that we got to look at that. How his kids can't get on it, but yours can. You don't have no type of limitations when it comes to their social media. We have to limit their social media. We have to monitor their social media. Remember, it was really made for adults. It's not. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I gotta go back in and bring my moles back out. But we gotta monitor these kids' social media. We gotta monitor what they're doing. Remember, I told y'all we are a teacher as mothers and as parents. We're supposed to walk it down with them. Otherwise, these kids don't know. They're learning by living. And remember, I told you, I want to walk it with them, explain to them, be their listening ear, and to be their guide. I don't want them just finding out the hard way, hard not life. Not while I have breath in my body, Lord, and a sane mind to be able to think. So I pray and I thank God for that. But y'all, we have to be more in tune and present with what's going on with our children. Remember, I said before, doing the after, so hold on, y'all. Before, during, and after. But we got to be present and know that, honestly, the internet and social media, it can be a dangerous place. Y'all be seeing all this stuff. All of this stuff, even school sites. I'm so surprised that they'll have like school social medias where they're posting fight videos and, oh my God, y'all. And I always tell kids the importance of when you press send, it's never able to come back. So teach your children that what they send through text messages, what they post online, the minute you post, you relinquish it to the World Wide Web. And what does that mean? It's caught in the web and it's out there. So I make sure I talk to especially my teenager, because she has social media. Both, I let them use, like I said, I'm more of a one platform type of woman, but I have these conversations with both of my children. It's very important to let them know that if they can use social media, they have to be mature enough to understand about posting and who's following and things like that. And then we're going to be checking up. So moms, remember, we got to go back and follow up. And y'all, that is my quick makeup look for my errands. Nothing serious. Just a little intention behind it. A little effort. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I told y'all, moms, we feel how we look. So we got to get up and feel good. Feel good. And that normally cascades your days to be like, see, now that I'm up here like, okay, I feel good. I'm about to go run my errands. I'm about to go do what I need to do. But that's because I got up this morning, showered, dressed, prayed, did my routine, lay out what my priorities are, the things I need to handle for the day, because y'all know I write everything down. So that journal be giving me life, and it's like the Bible, I got to go to it in the morning, look at things. Remember, your life is a business. So with business, you got to have structure. You got to have a plan. Let me just do a little bit of the little glitter. Nothing too much, y'all. Nothing too much. All right, so bam, that's my makeup look. But y'all, that's the message that came through the share. Just make sure we're watching our children and make sure that we are understanding we got one shot at this motherhood thing because our kids are growing up. Remember, these smaller stages, they're going to continue to grow. They're going to continue to get older. So let's be intentional about making memories with them. Let's be intentional about the decisions to give them social media, the decision of letting them spend the night over somebody's house, the decision to send them away for the weekend so you can get a break. You know, where are you sending them? You know, be okay with setting those little safe spaces up in your house. What does that mean? That's my mom bubble. So when I need that space, I go into that little bubble. And your kids will learn to kind of say, okay, mom's reading, she doing this, she doing that. And that's the importance of having a routine in bedtime too, so you really don't have that overwhelming feeling like it's just never ending. There's no separation of mom life and just you being able to breathe, because you don't want to find yourself in desperation just looking to send your children away. You know, remember my grandma would say the world is a scary, dangerous place. But we don't get scared, we get safe. When we know better, we do better, and we make better decisions. All right, y'all, and really it's not a look of a day. I'm just in some black workout little pants, stretchy spandexy pants, a t-shirt I'm going to throw on my unclouds, of course, because they are lightweight and comfortable, and I'm running errands. But I love y'all, and I told y'all I'm going more towards YouTube. So that's where God is calling me and leading me to. So remember, when he leads you and call you, you got to obey. All right, y'all, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Love y'all. Bye.